Right, so this will 100% trigger some people, mostly people who have OnlyFans accounts themselves, or maybe people who run OnlyFans management agencies. Now, I'm not saying with this video that that is completely dead, and models don't exist anymore, and all OFM agencies are going to shut down tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying at all. The point of this video is to kind of explain why AI models very, very soon will be a lot bigger than real models. It's just 100% a guarantee at the rate this is growing at. And there's many, many reasons for this in which I will cover today. And I'm not just talking about, followers, clicks, the amount of images they can create. I'm talking about actual earnings. Now, this is something that people thought would never happen, or definitely wouldn't happen this soon. But as with everything in this kind of AI OFM industry, everything happens super, super fast, and kind of everything's just exceeded the predicted timescale that people thought things were going to happen, right? We didn't predict not safe for work videos for a long, long time, not realistic ones anyway, and we've got them now. We didn't think that AI models would even be able to gain the amount of followers that some of them have. I mean, some of them have literally millions of followers and get millions of views per day on platforms like Instagram. So there is a very hard truth for, I guess, people within the adult industry who do make a living off of this. And the only way that you can compete, especially in 2-3 years time, will be to have your own AI creators. And this isn't just for the adult industry. This is also including just normal influencers and just people that you see online. And I predict TV presenters, actors, all this kind of stuff will slowly decline over time, because there will be very little need for them. Now, attention is your main currency in this day and age. Everything kind of revenue wise within business will basically come down to the amount of clicks that you can get online. And that's not just saying, the maximum amount of followers earns the most money, but what that does mean is whoever gets the most attention, the most eyes on them, has the most potential to obviously gain a larger audience and make more sales. I mean, that's just, simple facts. So people don't really care at all if you're fake. They care if you're entertaining. And the fact that these models or influencers are, engineered by people who are experts in marketing is going to make them a lot more entertaining, especially in the long run when more people get involved, than your standard person. And not only that, but imagine the work rate, right? You don't only just have one person behind it and there's a whole brain, or in fact, even influencers who do have a team behind them, they themselves will have a cap at the kind of work rate that they can achieve. Whereas AI models, we all know that they can pretty much produce infinite content, because they can be a team of 5-10 people working on creating this content, and you can do it 24 hours around the clock, post it 24 hours around the clock. So there's a huge, huge advantage in that factor. And it's not like, your AI model is gonna have a bad day. Nothing bad is going to happen to them. They don't exist. And that means that, they can create infinite content theoretically. And especially if you are either in the kind of creator industry or you manage creators yourself, you will know that these types of people, nothing against them obviously, but they are more likely to have bad days, have emotional breakouts. It's just kind of what you learn via being in that industry for a while. So this means that you can kind of just 10x your whole work rate and your whole agency's work rate purely by having people who don't exist and look just as real as the real thing. You can think of this through kind of a legal perspective as well. When you think of all the top OF management agencies, they have most likely had a lot of problems in the legal department. Models probably just breaking contracts, whether that be they're contracted to make a certain amount of content per day, or whether that just be in general, running off, not paying a final invoice. Like, these models do not exist. They don't have a choice whether they pay, the final invoice. It doesn't work like that. You own them, you are them, and you can utilize this to its full potential. Now, one big factor that a lot of people bring up is that people just aren't into AI content, and they would rather have a real creator or talk to a real creator. And this simply isn't true, right? Think of your target audience when you are, managing an OF model. Do you think that they really, maybe, 10% of them do But do you think that they really crave a real life relationship if they are going onto a website to do something that they've gone onto that website for? They know that they're buying a product. Most of these people literally just want that kind of exchange of, okay, I chat to you, I get some, human attention, and then I can buy content and have a good time on these platforms, right? These aren't exactly people who are going to clubs looking for real relationships or, talking to girls at bus stops, right? This isn't someone who's craving that kind of real life relationship. They do just want the transactional relationship that they come to the platforms to have. And if anything, the fact that they're AI means that they're so much more customizable. There's nothing that your AI model won't do, right? Because once again, they do not exist. If a customer has a certain fantasy for an OF model to fulfill, and they pay them for that content, they may not be comfortable creating that. Whereas your AI model, they have no limits. There's no dignity about them. They're not going to complain about doing some absolutely mental 360 sex move because they don't exist. So yes, this business is evolving massively in terms of AI influencers, AI creators popping up every single day. There are more and more of them on the internet. In fact, you probably scroll past a lot of AI influencers without even realizing it, right? The quality of some of the reels that they can create and some of the even speech videos, podcasts, music, there's no real limit to what AI can do, and especially what it can evolve to in the future. So you can sit around getting upset saying my OnlyFans are dropping in earnings, or I don't feel like creating content today. Or you can build an AI influencer who will create content for you. You can build a team around that so that you can get other people to create that content for you, manage it all, manage the socials, and in general just create more of kind of a business feel that is more secure and has a higher potential than any model possibly could. And yes, people have doubts about how much they actually earn. I can tell you right now, there are a lot of AI models now who make 6 figures a month. And that figure is very, very impressive for any real model, let alone, one that has a higher profit margin to the creator, e.g., myself or yourself creating an AI influencer. You are now the creator. You don't have to split any profits with a creator or model. So the profit margins are higher, the potential is also higher, and I'm very excited for what the future holds. So you can sit about complaining, or you can actually get involved and start building this today, because there will be a day very, very soon, I would imagine, where the barrier to entry is so high, ridiculously high, that beginners are going to very much struggle when they want to get involved with this business model. Anyway, if you do want to learn how you are going to create these AI models, how you can market them, and then how you can build a solid revenue stream via a subscription website such as OnlyFans or FanView, I have tons and tons of content on this channel. This channel has been going for years, and it has absolutely hundreds of hours of content teaching you exactly how to do this business model effectively and how to actually build an income stream with this. I also do have a $47 course which will teach you exactly this, but in chronological order, with of course some additional tips, and it comes with a community as well. So if you are interested in getting involved with a community of like-minded people who are also starting out with this business model or already doing this business model successfully, that will be available in the description.